All hail Biafra. This is Biafra Liberation Army Network coming to you again. Please like, share, and comment.
What do you think about this conviction?
Well, for me, I will start with saying that half bread is better than none, because I'm not really happy with that 6 years thing. 6 years to me is like what I had expected that they don't have given him a life sentence. That is what I expected that they would have done. Give him a minimum of a life sentence.
The 40-year-old former Lati municipal councillor was convicted of participating in the activities of a terrorist organization, incitement to commit terrorist act, aggravated tax fraud, and violations of the Lawyers Act. He denied all the charges but was ordered to remain in custody. According to court findings, between August 2021 and November 2024, Ekpa used social media to push for the independence of the Biafra region in Nigeria through unlawful means. Judges ruled that he played a central role in transforming a separatist movement into a structured organization, encouraging followers to commit crimes and helping armed groups obtain weapons, explosives, and ammunition. These groups were classified as terrorist organizations. Ekpa, arrested in December 2024, faced trial over 12 sessions between May and June 2025 before the unanimous verdict was delivered by a 3-judge panel. While charges against the forwarders initially linked to the case were dropped for lack of evidence, Ekpa was found guilty of orchestrating activities that endangered both Finland and Nigeria. His conviction has drawn global attention given his controversial online influence and ties to the Biafran separatist movement. On that note, I want to say we have 2 esteemed guests here in the studio. We have Dr. Peter Anosike. Dr. Anosike is a philosopher, development economist, and best-selling author. He is also an erudite commentator on economy, finance, politics, and power. Good to have you, James.
Thank you for having me.
Always a pleasure. And joining us virtually is Chris Paul Otaibe, an international correspondent all the way from Sierra Leone. Great to have you, Mr. Chris.
Oh, thank you for having me. You can hear me clearly.
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. I want to start with Dr. Anosike here. I know he's a big follower of the story of Simon Ekpa, right from the days when he was actively encouraging and inciting young men in the southeast, and now his conviction has come into play. Dr. Anosike, what do you think about his conviction?
Well, for me, I will start with saying that half bread is better than none, because I'm not really happy with that 6 years thing. 6 years to me is like what I had expected that they don't have given him a life sentence. That is what I expected that they would have done. Give him a minimum of a life sentence, because this man committed a lot of atrocities. And I'm even disappointed that the Finnish court, we are saying that he used the social media to push for Biafra, whatever. He never did any of those things. Simon Ekpa is a scammer. Simon Ekpa is a scammer. Understand? He saw a window to make money using that name, Biafra. So he was never fighting for self-determination of Biafra. He was never fighting for independence of Biafra. He was duping people with that name, Biafra. So for me, that 6 years to me doesn't amount to anything. But what I now want the Nigerian government to do is to fight for him to be extradited to Nigeria so that he will serve that sentence in Nigeria. That is what I wanted the Nigerian government to do, to take advantage of this imprisonment and now write to them, this man is a Nigerian. Let him serve his, even though he's also a Finnish citizen. That's what they always criminally do. When they go over, in order that to protect themselves, they will marry a woman from there. That's to get a protection. But he was born in Nigeria. He was raised in Nigeria. The Nigerian government can write to them, send him back to Nigeria to serve his imprisonment. Understand? Because Finnish court is even is better than hotels in Nigeria.
In terms of the comfort?
Comfort.
Okay, you say he's going to enjoy comfort while being in a Finnish jail.
I say it's a Scandinavian country.
Okay.
Understand me? I say their prison is better than our universities.
That's an indictment.
So they should bring him down to Kuje or Kirikiri prison to serve his sentence.
That's an indictment on the state of our prison in
I'm telling
Nigeria.
you, I'm not talking about prison. Their prison yard is better than hotels in Nigeria. I'm not talking about a Finnish prison yard and Nigeria prison yard. I said their prison yard is better than good hotels in Nigeria.
Wow. So that means you're trying to tell us that our prisons are not even there. So
I said their prisons are better than our good hotels.
Wow. Okay, let me go to Mr. Chris Paul Otaigbe. Taking a look at this situation, just about how many sessions judgment is being delivered. What does this say about the judicial system abroad and of course in Finland and that of Nigeria? Because we have a case, something similar, but let's not say similar because this it has been politicized when it comes to the issue of Nnamdi Kanu here. It takes just about 12 sessions and judgment is delivered. What does this say about our system and that operates in Finland?
Well, in 12 sessions, I think within 30 days, May to June or thereabout.
Yeah.
He says a lot now, he's open. In Nigeria, that case will have gone on for maybe when Jesus Christ want to come. Maybe that's when they will even start talking about it. And then delay, adjournment. You know, talking technical issues on evident, manifest criminal case. So it's clear now. The difference is clear, like we normally see in Nigeria. Nigerian, do you have judiciary in Nigeria? For crying out loud, do we have it? Everybody is just parading institutions. We just have empty institutions with full criminally minded Nigerians inhabiting those institutions. But then, as I always say, it's not them alone in the conspiracy against the potency and integrity of institutions in the country. They are actively supported by the West, who have this playbook of destroying your institutions. All your critical and strategic institutions, they will destroy it. You know, so it's we don't have judiciary, I'm sorry to say. In fact, he got worse from under this guy, Tinubu, when he was going to contest from the election to this point. Right now, we don't have anything. It's crazy and it's annoying. We don't have judiciary, man. Before he came, all this delay tax, they were even trying to begin the last drop of gentleman, of nobility of the institution, integral institution, was finally eroded from Tinubu's election. You know, during Tinubu's during the 2023 elections, till date, now it's worse. Now, having said that, let me go back to a little bit of chronology here. I have always said that after Ojukwu, Biafra was, the man even said it before he left Aston. He said Biafra is no longer an armed separate organization. It's transformed into intellectual into an intellectual realm. So Biafra was not what these boys from Mazirike to what's his name, Kanu, then to Ekpa. They've all been scammers. They are young men who took advantage of the gap in the system, and they do not define the Igbo man. The entrepreneurship spirit and strength, the intellectual depth of the Igbo man. These boys do not do justice to the Igbo race. Yet they had supporters even among the elites. It's wild. I'm sure you must be turning his game. What mess did I leave behind? So I'm not surprised about Simon Ekpa. In fact, Simon Ekpa was even helping Tinubu's campaign. Yeah, either by design or by default, or I dare say by design. Because it was useful to give the perception that the East, that Peter Obi was very popular at the time, comes from, is unsettled, is destabilized, is insecure, is nothing. But the East had nothing to do with those things. They were stage managed. And Ekpa was used as a main actor for that purpose. So that's why when my brother here I don't know, maybe if they do that tomorrow, because that would have been Tinubu would have moved for his extradition right from.
But it has the handwriting of the federal government outsourcing, or I say, all of this process to the Finland judiciary, because it looks like our judiciary has failed to do the job with the case of Nnamdi Kanu. But does that show responsibility on the part of the federal government outsourcing national security matters?
No. You are saying this thing like they outsourced.
Okay, you're saying it's an independent move by the Finland government.
It was an independent move by the Finnish court. I don't care what anybody tells me.
Okay.
Because in the proper, on a good day, on a normal day, Nigerian government is supposed to have been writing for the extradition of that God knows what his name is. But they didn't do anything like the court. It served them during campaign. It served their purpose. With all those stupid things they were carrying on during the election, killing people, raising armies that didn't have identification. They were just classifying them, this one, that one. But these were terrorists. Paid, sponsored, funded by politicians here. Because they needed to destabilize the Southeast to reduce Peter Obi's credibility or whatever potency of his candidacy. And Ekpa was the one they were using. Let's not forget this history. That's why I'm not surprised. Now that the Finnish court has sentenced the whatever his name is to 6 years, which of course like it's slap in the wrist, on the wrist rather. Tinubu should have moved. That what Tinubu moved for what now? The boy served him well. Served him well.
So you're saying it's more like a covert operation? With the federal government involved?
Operation. It was a covert operation. Everybody who knows now that was used. Kanu was, of course, had been dealt with by Buhari. One way or another. Maybe that one was I won't even believe that one had a little bit of ethnic sentiment connected to that. The guy just hated the gods of Igbos. So let's say this thing the way they are. Ekpa will be released 6 years after and he will be living his life. But I promise you, and every Nigerian listening to me, thank God the Western power that brought Tinubu and all this mess that brought it onto us, They are declining globally. So Trump now is America, they are fighting for their own life, the decline of their empire. They were the ones who foisted this mess upon our lives. So let God get rid of them, and then God will now open the space for Nigerians to take their proper place in the world by dealing with their issues by themselves, by God's grace.
Okay,
thank you.
Mr. Chris, you've just made some very, very damning revelations, and I want to say maybe those are your views, definitely. But John Osike, there's something that people are not talking about. Simon Ekpa had followers, still has followers, who believe in hook, line, and sinker, who will never accept that he's a tool by the federal government, who will never accept or see him as a fraud. Most people still see him as a messiah. And as we are speaking right now, we still have a lot of people who are not happy that he's been jailed and are still following him, whether he's going wrong or whatever way. So what happens to these people who are massively online, who are from the southeast, who are still being used as tools, as unknown government?
Are you sure that they are from the southeast? Well, you asked my friend Chris few questions.
Yes.
You say what the difference between the Finnish court and the
judiciary here in Nigeria.
Judiciary. It's like there's a wall of difference. One, before they arrest you abroad, they have monitored you, they have followed you, they have done all their investigations before arresting you. So before you are arrested, they have concrete evidence against you. But in Nigeria, police will first of all arrest you before asking you what did you do. Understand me? Nigeria police will arrest you, now begin to ask you what did you do. Maybe somebody wrote a petition, they'll go and pick you up before now asking you what did you do. So your investigation starts. Investigation in Nigeria, investigation starts after you have been arrested. But over there, arrest is after they have done their secret investigation. So that's why immediately you are arrested. Within 1, 2, 3 months, the case is over. Understand? Here in Nigeria, let me use Ibori as an example. Here in Nigeria, they gave Ibori more than 100 count charges. He was discharged in all of them. In Britain, he was given only 2 charges. He needed a guilty because he saw the evidence. Even the judge told Ibori, plead guilty so that your sentence will be minimal. Don't waste the time of court. Because investigation has already been concluded from Dubai to UK. So that is the difference. That's why you cannot waste the time of court abroad. Understand me? That is the reason why you cannot waste the time of court abroad. And again, for what Chris said about, for me, I believe no matter what anybody thinks, Biafra is a state of mind. Biafra is not a geographical space. Biafra is can-do spirit of a people. That spirit of squeezing milk from stone. That's what Biafra is.